here. Right. Mhm. I'm gonna check one thing before I go. Actually, in, sorry. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be. Oh, I think I'm gonna be alone today. Sad. Actually, no, I won't be. I'll have. I think Mason's gonna be on, but I don't know if anyone else is gonna be. All right. I see a baby. What? Hold on. What was that? I see a baby chest on that desk. Yeah, it's a baby chest. It has her medicine on it. Basically, she takes medicine every day, and she has to inject it. And it sucks because it fucks up her arms. But yeah, she takes it every morning. Okay. Morning. Stolen pigs. Trolls invade farm. Man killers. Kelpies on the move. Ooh, okay. Unknown assailants attack local fishing village. The Cross-Allied forces have released an official report on the horrific incident that occurred 2 weeks ago. According to the report, an unnamed group seems to completely massacre a small fishing town of Lochton? The town, known for its hospitable people and for being a good port to enter into the nearby city of Asperia by, was seemingly attacked overnight. CAF troops investigating the city have indicated that the town may have been the target of a coordinated strike. However, the report also indicates nothing of value seems to have been stolen or damaged in the city. It is unclear in the moment if that is all related to the removal of the Hesperian royal steward, which happened the same week. But the Cross-Allied forces have ensured nearby residents that we will be keeping the city under lock. While families of those affected have been contacted. Anyone with more information on the attack are being asked to present what they know to the Cross-Allied forces.
You take a copy of Alt.
It's good to keep track of the news.
Some of that is related to, well, yours and Ignis's mission, from the sounds of it.
Tonight?
I spoke to a captain there for a period. No.
The last one.
In Hesperia.
Oh, right. Was that the fishing village we were at? I don't... Wait a minute, we weren't at that fishing village, were we?
Unsure.
It was empty.
I just know that there was a captain there that mentioned that the whole village had been slaughtered.
Yeah, like way before, though. Yeah, but the kid that was there, she said that that island had been vacant for years.
Unsure. He said it was recent. Maybe it's just a nearby island.
Maybe. How you been, Zark? Was your mission good?
As well as can be, I assume. Didn't exactly catch the culprits, but at least I believe we gathered enough information to open the case back up for the Cross-Allied forces. Which was pretty much what our objective was, so I will consider it success until I hear otherwise.
That's fair.
How about yourself?
What about myself?
How are you?
Oh, alright. Just, getting back to it. It was kind of nice being home for even a day or so.
Sounds lovely.
That meets Mom's home cooking.
And we have a chef, so I don't know
Right.
if it's any different.
It's comfort food, I guess. Or whatever reminds you of home, I guess.
Not the snow, that's for sure.
Mm.
Let's see if my
Morning,
sword's
Dixie.
awake. Good morning, Jixie.
Kelpies, trolls, and unknown assailants. Wonderful. Mimic child, yeah, you're right. The troll in the dungeon, woo. Yeah. Actually, I should probably do this. Just so I have it. Guess I should go be social or something. Or not. Or something. So are you guys doing this lovely evening? I hope you're doing well. Hmm? There's Augusta. Uh, hmm? What is she doing? Oof. There we go. Are you writing your name in the snow again? Oh.
No, we're blowing out their door.
You're blowing out their door?
Stupid. No, we're covering snow on their window and writing our names on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Write your name on it.
No thanks.
Here.
Oh.
I get some more.
I've got a picture of her in the room. It's her mom. I want to help her find her. I don't know where she is out there, but that's one of
What
the
the
goals.
hell is she carrying?
Are those weights?
Weights? Those.
Huh. She's really taking weight training to heart. Oh, wait, actually.
I understand, Miss Lila. Please do continue. Don't let me stop you. Where do you need to head?
I forgot where I was going. Right. Thank you.
I'm gonna guess there. You're welcome.
Good morning, Captain.
She has finally made use. Good morning. Appears she has finally made use of her blossom, I guess.
It seems so, yeah. I still have no idea what I'm going to use mine for.
Really?
I suppose an
something.
alchemy kit, but
Something worthy of your great intelligence. Research-wise, some interest of yours, a hobby, perhaps.
well, I suppose I could do an alchemy kit, but to be honest, it's not that long of a walk. And Professor Brown's already kind of given me permission to use that, so.
Something perhaps a little more personal for you, Miss Hannah. We'll have to think on what is meaningful to you that you lack currently.
What? Instead of tights.
What do you lack currently, Miss Hannah?
A pair of warm tights.
I will not dine that with an answer. Try again.
I don't know.
That's what I figured as well. If you asked me, I honestly could not give you the answer. I don't know what is not provided here that you would be of interest. I feel that there is a challenge. Rather, I should say, I feel that there is not an appropriate challenge for you at this time.
I guess I'll just save it then.
Continue to wait until we can find something worthy of your need. What are they doing? Excuse me.
They're, right. They're playing a little prank on, Zachary! They were putting ice on his window and writing their names in it. Harmless.
A worthy occupation.
Of course.
Oh, yes. A worthy occupation of their time.
At least they're getting together or along better than they have been.
It is a good thing to see. Seeing Miss Augusta so happy is a nice change of pace. It feels like... Well, I don't share my feelings that often with other students, but I will say, it feels as if things are recovering from where they were before.
I just hope it lasts and isn't just a temporary solution.
It will never last, Miss Anna. The fundamental problem that faces them has not been addressed yet, that of Miss Mel. After all, it is she who is still sleeping right now, and not here.
She's impressed me, though. Lila, I mean. Didn't expect her to put so much effort into training.
Can you imagine where she came from before?
I don't know much about her past.
A word.
Oh, that.
When she could barely speak a word. Rin, who was always laughing and acting retarded. Excuse me, who was acting stupid and foolish. I sense a hesitation in you. A desire to state she is still foolish. That's what I felt.
Yes, Captain. I haven't seen much of a change with her, if I may say so.
Let me see. Can I eat it? It's been some time since we have heard those familiar words. Well, we will see. What is upcoming for you will be an excellent demonstration of how you have all changed.
I just hope it's enough. I don't want us to have another... I just don't want us to have another situation where we have one of us on the chopping block again because of one of our actions or lack of communication.
Yes, that would be a nice improvement, would it not? Having a student who you could trust, who wasn't lying. That's a good start. That is why I did not mention Ignis. They are my current concern.
If I may say, I don't think
You
he
may.
was lying. I think it's more that he doesn't trust people to be competent, which, to be fair, has been kind of demonstrated throughout lately. Not lately, but previously.
If it was his right to make that choice, then he could do so. But when he takes the option from others, that is a sign of disrespect.
Of course.
That is my objection to the actions taken. It should have been something that was discussed. Can you imagine? Would Augusta have said no if that information was conveyed to her?
She told me herself she wouldn't have. I actually talked to her and him about it later.
Exactly. If she had been asked, the result would not have been as traumatic for everybody.
And I hope he changes too.
Yes, it is a lesson that Victor needs to learn, that others can be trusted. Even Rin. If I could smile at you, I would right now, but I will not do so. We'll just keep that a little secret between us. No one, we don't need to tell her.
Of course, Professor, or Captain.
She has enough apologies to make. Arbor first.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long road to make up for what she did. Oh, dear Lord.
Well, Carrie's asleep, so she probably is okay. Are you?
I'm fine. Professor Carver's indulgences are a source of endless amusement. I am, well, concerned for his stewardship of Vanguard. Good morning, Professor. Do you feel better?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Start the morning off feeling all right, but that always helps.
Yes. Oh, Zachary. Where are you going?
Zachary what?
He was running off that way. I was curious. Him and Ryder and Augusta and a couple of others ran off a little earlier.
I think they're having a snowball fight still.
I'll go check in on my squad then.
That is what we call in the professor's circle a distraction. You know, Hannah.
Yes, Captain?
It's interesting. I have held concerns about how you view your fellow students, but I feel like I can talk to you in some ways that I cannot with others. This is not a conversation I would share with anyone else. Even some of the facility, or the faculty, rather.
I'm honored, Captain. Thank you.
Well, let me go see what my squad is up to. So far, I've seen only Miss Lila.
I believe Stark said he was going to see about their wake, so he might be in the Crystal Thorndorns.
Ah, well, let's hunt him down.
Ooh. I should check on my squad. Speaking of, hi.
Hey,
I didn't hear the other girls waking up. What about the guys?
Not really sure.
Well,
I think I might have gotten Kari sick.
are you? Wait, you're sick? How?
Yeah,
Is it just like a cold?
I think it's a
You think it's a what?
not sure. I think it's a cold, but I'm not sure.
Okay, don't breathe on me. And let's go take care of our plants. It's warmer in there. Come on. How long
A
have
little
you
bit
been
better
feeling
today.
sick?
It was 2 days. But Carver gave me some stuff. I guess he
Wait,
said
what did he give you?
I don't know. It was some kind of stuff with honey and like ginger.
Oh, lemon
I don't know.
ginger
It
tea?
burned a lot. I guess. I don't know. It burned a lot. But
I'll ask him
it
to be
helped.
sure. Honestly, you should probably ask Vaughn if you're looking for medicine.
That's fair.
Mm.
I don't know. He said it was something they took on the stope. I don't actually know what that means.
On his ship. I think, right?
Yeah, that's what at least me and Arbor thought.
Well,
But anyways, like I said, it did help to an extent. So. If it's foolproof or whatever, but something.
the humidity, at least in here, should do you good? In theory.
It's helping.
Mm.
It's somewhat opening up the nasal passages. Glad I don't sneeze during opening announcements again.
I hope so too.
Luckily, it wasn't during the announcements. It was like just before the. Well,
Mm. This is fine.
Well, in any event,
I'll
I just
see
need
if maybe I can give you a health potion. Maybe that'll help jumpstart your immune system. They're usually used for like injuries, but maybe.
Maybe.
Mm.
Who knows? We'll
Alternatively,
see what happens.
you could, in theory, just take a bite of some starleaf for bed. It has antiseptic properties, but it's also apparently like animals use it to heal when they're having stomach aches and stuff. I know it's not stomach ache, but
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
anyway, are you good or
I'm good. Are you good?
let's get you to the dorms or something.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll meet you at the dorms. I need to grab something real quick. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Thanks. I need to mute the music.
Yeah, that was.
Zach, go
Oh no.
blow dry him.
What?
Jack, can I dry you off?
Yes, please. I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that'll
Okay.
It's
be
just wind.
any
It's just
better,
wind.
but
It's gonna be cold for a second, but it'll get the warm.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
It'll
I'm
get
not.
just
Get away from
just
me.
relax. All right, okay.
Get away from me.
A little kissing under the mistletoe.
Anyway,
Yeah, get to know.
I'm never gonna
you probably
find
want to go
love.
sit by a fire or something
I'm
there
gonna
to
be
warm
single for
yourself
the
back
rest
up.
of my life.
Sneak up to him.
And to get away from Ryder.
Just gotta sneak up to him. It'll be fine. Come here.
That's not. Actually, honestly, that might actually be
Just gotta be
warmer
really
at this point.
sneaky. It'll be fine.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
sneaky.
single for the rest of my life. Oh man.
yeah, sneaky.
Great.
Bye.
My nose is still stuffed, so better than yesterday.
That's good. Tonic working? Let me know if you need another batch.
Oh no. Oh no.
Don't think you can get away. I might need some. Sure. Yes. Might
Why
need
are you
some.
sitting outside in the cold?
I'm gonna go put in a to-go thing.
Wait, where'd he go? Shit. No. He's sick.
in the way!
You okay, Mason?
Oh, that's good.
It's
Just get it off him.
Hey, I'm just gonna.
He's
Jeez.
sick right now. Mason has a cold.
Sorry.
He's sick? Oh no! That's bad. And when you're sick,
That is bad.
he could cough up blood or something. Quick!
No,
That's not that bad.
It's not. Stop.
Cough?
It's not that
What?
sick.
Oh,
It's not
right,
that
Believe
Professor
that's a medic
Carver.
squad and tonic.
Speaking of which, Professor
But I
Carver,
can
what
heal
did you give him?
people, too. I just have to give
It's
them
just a
Band-Aid.
cold.
Oh, the tonic I gave him?
Yes, sir.
Raw
What is that?
ginger, lemon juice, water, and honey.
It's lively this morning.
Oh,
So
Seems
is
that way.
Mm-hmm. Boosts your immune
Okay.
system by like 1,000%. Really
That was alright
helps
then.
fight off
Explain
both
that to us.
symptoms of a cold and the actual
cold
cold.
from the frostbites of the
down
upper
the floor.
north.
hello.
In Ignis
No.
form.
Here's a
Hey.
to-go bowl.
How was your
I
sleep
didn't-
then?
The spoon's on top
Thanks.
with a rubber band.
Do you know what a cold is?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Thanks.
Soup?
Clothes don't make the best
You're
beds.
welcome.
When
Udon.
situations that are
Nor
affected
does
by
it-
like,
Odon?
it's when we get
Oh,
so cold.
Yeah,
that,
udon
What
is
is
more
the difference?
noodly.
like
Right.
we get
Yum.
Odon.
stuffy noses and things
Gotta
like
go
that.
put
There's
this
plenty of
inside.
I'm not a doctor. I can't explain.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh.
Just Ryder losing his chances at future love because he didn't kiss someone under a mistletoe.
Wide open.
Ugh.
Was.
I told you, you can't escape me.
Oh, you can't escape her though.
Oh, and Vivian
Yeah, but
just
people
got
But
can
you.
Vivina
up
got
on
you. And Jixie.
And
And
Jixie now.
just got you.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Anyway, bye. Hey, Jessica. How are you? I heard your mission went well. Congrats. You okay?
Will be.
But you're not okay now? What's wrong?
I am still trying to understand some of the
Hey, I have a
material world things,
thing that you
Like what?
come here.
like making someone feel bad for their accomplishment.
Who felt bad for their accomplishment?
Forget I said anything.
I mean, if you're feeling bad and they're feeling bad, you should. I mean, sure, there's a way you can fix it.
I do not think that this person wants to fix
Mm.
this nothing. This
Well, if they can't take a compliment,
something I
that's a
have
problem with
to
them,
use.
not you. Okay?
Alright.
I'm sure they appreciate it, whatever the compliment was. It's just sometimes, I don't know, people don't know how to take compliments. I have a little brother that's like that, actually. We have to we have to basically badger him to get him to admit that he's good at anything. Doesn't help that he has a twin brother that's kind of an ass. Michael. I'm sure they appreciate it, though. I like the hat, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, mate.
Why do they always do it? Why do they always sit on the roof? I don't understand. Why
I
do they always
don't
sit on the
know.
roof? Well, it's covered in
They're,
snow.
I
Morning.
think they're dick measuring.
Morning.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
and
honest, I
that's
think
why you're
both of them
running.
would be fine.
Hey,
I think
Gypsy,
both
did
of them
you
will be fine,
plant
but that's
something
okay.
near the dorm?
Hmm?
Did you plant something near the dorm?
Plant? No.
Yeah.
Why are you all on the roof? I don't know why they're on the roof.
Who's up there?
Ooh.
Tiny.
I didn't
and
plant
cute.
it,
I'm gonna take
but it's
pictures.
oddly no snow around it, unless it belongs to Ignis.
Well, it's because
Or
there's
not
no
Ig-
snow
I mean,
around it. That means
Crystal
somebody's
thorn.
taking care of it.
But I don't know anyone else that owns a greenhouse other than you, so I guess I wouldn't know. Like really,
I don't think it's
It
one of
looks-
ours.
The ground is soiled around it, which means somebody was taking care of it.
Good. Wonderful.
weird.
We could use more trees around here.
We'll see what it is.
We can ask Professor Akiyama.
Actually, we could ask Rex. He might be able to identify what it is.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
Willow,
sounds-
if he's around.
Professor Willow had a baby.
Possibly.
Oh.
She ran!
God.
She ran away! Fuck! Oh, that almost worked.
Did
That
you
almost
build
worked.
this?
You ruined it.
Hey,
You ruined it.
did you build this? Or make
Build
this?
it.
Plant
Plants.
here?
Plants.
No.
The word is plants, Zachary.
I knew that.
No, I did not.
Crystal Thorn didn't.
I don't want to be the one to point that out, but that is not a corner.
All right, Ryder.
It depends.
You're not the first one to say that.
Oh. I'm glad they already knew. What did you say to Shizu?
He didn't. He threw a snowball at her.
No, Shizu, you have to throw a snowball back at me.
Like this.
Come on, Shizu, you could do it. Pick up the
Come on,
snowball.
Shizu. Wolfpack members don't cry, okay? What they do is they kick him back. Right in the balls.
Oh.
Sorry, just Wolfpack, mentality.
Is that Wolfpack mentality?
Rest in pieces, love life, and the mistletoe. And now his sex life for that.
Ryder, okay. Do we need to take you to the infirmary?
I don't think you want to touch
happened
the
to
area
him?
that's
You know, at this point, really,
Okay.
at this point, you should wear a cup.
Yes,
He made
yep.
he made
Oh, no.
Shizuko. She made Shizuko cry,
So
so she punched him in the balls.
Just put some snow on it.
No, don't.
Boom.
Why? Why?
What's happening?
What?
You sound like a seagull.
Oh,
God.
no.
I'm
like
gonna go
seagulls
here.
that are flying around
Here,
a,
hold on.
a bag of chips.
They swarm your face up.
I'm
Oh. Well, I was going to go and make my morning tea. Would you like some? Do you like green tea or Earl Grey?
Earl Grey is fine.
I'm not sure that
Like this, a sneak attack, yeah. Right. That's fine. I'm going to the library. I guess everyone's going that way. Somehow I don't think I'm invited to tea. And somehow I don't think I'm invited to. Who knows? Guess I'll see if there's any books out today. Same ones. Searing words of ancient time, wake from the grave. Christ has set the world aflame. So. So pentala friend. I never really did get much of this actually. Right. Well, luckily I don't have any magic to worry about. more magic books that I'm ever gonna use. I kind of plastered soon. I'll stay by the train grounds for a bit. I hope the train grounds are all I see. Oh, okay, good, they're not. Should I do shooting range or... Right. Just... deal with it. Come on. Fuck it. You know what? Fine, I'm gonna go deal with the animals. Hey, Brad. Hey, it's okay. Oh, okay, sorry. On the back, I forgot. Sorry, Cleo. Hey, Coco. Okay, Charlotte, sorry. Bruce? Beatrice? Oh, no, Becca, sorry. That's Beatrice. Ryan? I'm coming. Oh. Lamo and Curly? Poor Seymour. Hello, Fredo. How are you, darling? Hey, Seymour. I'd help you out, but I'm afraid I don't want to. Well, I don't want to get, iced on. Able saving? I'm actually not sure if I jump on this if I'll fall. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, good. It's stable. Good. I know, Seymour. Sorry. Well, I didn't think you were going to eat me, just, on accident. Not on purpose, just an accident. I might actually, help. But you're kind of. Mm. You must have seen a lot. Like, a lot, a lot. I mean, obviously, your name is Seymour. The pun is. Wonder how many suits you've seen. Hmm? I guess you've seen a lot. Kinda concerned how many you've seen come back, though. Supposed to gain missions again, and I don't know. I don't know what to think sometimes. I don't know who I can rely on in this place. I don't know who I shouldn't. Well, I know who I should rely on at least, but I can't. Guess I only gotta rely on myself sometimes, huh? I missed being home. I mean, I guess this is your home, huh? Maybe not. I assume this isn't just your regular home, like the place you came from, but I guess you get to see a shit ton. Mm. Do you think we have what it takes? Would you even know? I don't. I don't want them to die. But the more everyone runs around like children, I don't know if Crap. I'm sitting here talking to a turtle. A smart turtle, sure, but... Right.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Oh, okay, good. So once everybody has one blossom, they get a squad blossom.
Well, it's actually a merit. Everyone has to get one merit, and then boom, a full blossom is assigned to the entire squad.
Really?
Yes, it's as simple as that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you'd think it's
see?
simple, but there's some squads that have members that can't even get a single merit. That's the issue. Simultaneously, they all have to have at least one merit.
All right then.
Midget ass bitches.
Not to mention, you guys do have to use the blossoms that you have to get rid of that demon.
Further. How is that happening?
We can't name it that.
Why not?
Name it what? Okay, I missed that. I missed that.
We're
Name
gonna
it what?
get banned in certain ports. We can't name it that. We'll get banned at ports.
Let's
Name
go
it
back to
what?
where we came and let him
Speaking
see
of ports,
Ask him that. Ask him.
Name it what?
then you
Name
can
it
sail to
what?
Asperia.
We should
Zachary,
steal
go
him in
ahead.
time to the front of the boat.
Name it what?
Zachary.
Oh, nothing. You know.
Go ahead, tell
Name
him.
it what?
Go ahead.
Pirates.
Are you
Little
refusing
shit.
to?
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. You wouldn't
Yeah, you
understand.
sure? Are you
wouldn't
sure?
understand. It was Ryder's joke. It was Ryder's
Ryder,
joke.
what does it mean?
Okay, look, I'll explain to you the origin of the joke. So, during the Asperia mission, okay, there was a moment where little midget ass bitch, aka pink haired guy,
Oh my god.
came in.
Oh
I
my
have some good
god.
news for you then, Ryder.
Yes, sir. One moment. So the pink-haired guy was coming. Zachary was drunk. He pretty much called the kid a little midget-ass bitch. And I had to get him away before. I had to get him away before the dude lost his shit.
So you want to name the
All right.
Yeah. So then
Don't
go on a different
degrade our
point.
ship
Like,
like
oh
that.
shit, here becomes the little
We're
midget
like-
ass bitch.
we're like-
And then we shoot.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt your naming of a ship, but we have to get started for today.
Yes, sir. Of course.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all slept well. I believe Crystal Thornton, you had a great mission yesterday. Thank you very much for that. We've sent off the evidence that you've collected and have
you
taken
for
everything
the
into
bits.
consideration. We will let you know the news of that as soon as we hear something. And Vaughn has done checking everything. And speaking of missions, tomorrow we have the steward from Asperia visiting, and he'll be providing us more information about the next mission. For now, they've sent over some information regarding the mission, and we'll be all heading to the war room to brief on this. However, more information will be arriving tomorrow. We got a bit of a docket beforehand.
Newly appointed
So,
steward, worth mentioning.
You're no fun.
Oh.
Anyway, the newly appointed steward will be here tomorrow. But in the meantime, we'll be going over the mission in the details that we were able to receive. If everyone could head to the war room now, we can go over that.
Just go here.
You're dismissed.
We're not naming it that. We're not naming it that.
Good morning,
Both of
Pickwick.
you. No, we are
Good
not.
morning, Ren.
Yep.
Oh god. Ooh, okay.
Yes, I have a bunch of copies behind the board, but I won't have enough for all the squads.
Client, experienced Steward Barrett Bernard White, owner of the active Keystone, has passed away.
Do you?
The Keystone is now free to be taken and
Where's Martha Papers?
free to be taken and recouped to a new owner.
Oh, Iridaria. There you are. I didn't even see you.
Keystone from the crypt for controlled by him.
Dead.
Yes.
Not enough papers for
Undead, disengaged, whites, gay space.
Make friends.
the presence of teachers, they'll be
There
handling
won't be
this
enough
as a
copies for
squad.
everyone, but please share. This mission will be for everyone, all squads. You'll be all partaking in a shape or form. At least that is what I was informed of. I'm sure more details will be arriving tomorrow, along with the steward. Bernard White, I believe his name is, yes. Sure, most of you remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we have all the students down here, or are there some still dilly-dallying?
They're on their way.
Come on over,
Head
Mr.
count,
Pickwick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Missing 2, 1.
You're fine.
All right.
One suffered a temporal flux. They should return shortly.
If you need it, Mr. Pickwick.
Understood.
It'll be fine.
And also to let you all know, since yesterday we had a mission come back, all those blossoms that you awarded silver are now on the board, and the board has been updated, and all the other students have received their blossom rewards that they've requested. Those were in your rooms. There wasn't enough mail today, really, to give everyone mail. But anyway, as you can all see on the chalkboard, this mission is from the Asperian steward Bernard White. I'm sure some of you are familiar with him. He is now the newly appointed one, not the pink-haired bastard that you guys also lovely described earlier.
Crap. We're all together again.
During such, he said that he did mention, at least in some way, that there was information he had on the whereabouts of another keystone. Does this ring familiar to any of you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has now provided us with that information, and it seems that it is of our utmost interest to retrieve this keystone, as it is now free to be recoupled to a new spell. That means that out there right now, a keystone, such as the ones above the portal, are currently free for the taking, and we need to get there before someone else does. And this keystone is apparently located in a crypt. And to our knowledge, and what was provided
I'm really
to us,
robbing from my crypts.
there's a plethora of possible undead that may be there, and today we'll go over what those undead may be, so you are all prepared before you go. Make sure some of you take these copies with you so you can at least study. On the back, you'll notice a short description on the best way to encounter some of these, as well as
slashing damage, fire.
if you have been paying attention, you'll notice that the board mentions engage and disengage. You are not trained or fit in this current situation to deal with certain things. If you are to encounter them on this mission, then you are to disengage as soon as possible in any way possible. Fighting them is the worst case scenario. And I will also let you know that all squads are going on this. You'll be acting separately, and the teachers will not be with you. More information will be provided tomorrow when Bernard gets here. Now, is there any questions before we move forward to the different types of undead? It looks like there's 2 over here. Let's go with Jixie first, and then we'll go with Hannah. Yes, Jixie?
For disengaging, are we to flee just the small area or the mission itself if we haven't gotten our objective?
I'd say that depends on the situation. For example, we do not know the depth of this crypt and how maze-like it may be. We do not know if it's linear or if there's multitude of paths. For example, if you were to encounter something such as what Steele warned you about, a lich or a white or something going down the left path, I would disengage and do not get its attention, and perhaps check the other directions before leaving the vicinity and letting us know so we can send a proper force to deal with it.
Understood.
I might want to add, Headmaster.
Yes?
Keep in mind, your
Group
lives are more important than a keystone. If you can't handle the situation, leave.
Hannah, and then we'll get you, Shizu. Yes,
I
what was
have
your question, Hannah?
2 questions, sir. You said we're acting separately, but does that mean we'll be taking the squads themselves will be acting separately of each other, or just that we'll be acting separately
will be
from?
acting separately unless there are diminished numbers due to presence. So, for example, if Arden Vale were to only have 3 to show up, as well as Vanguard, we would put you both together.
Of course.
I'm not too sure of the specifics. I'm sure Bernard will let us know more specifically. But there might be some sort of spell that disallows more than 6 to enter the crypt at a time.
Very well.
And then is there a second question?
Do we? It's in a crypt, yes? That means...
Yes, some sort of dungeon-like crypt, yes. There are many...
Do we have permission from the family to take the keystone?
All I know is we were asked to retrieve this. I'm not sure of that information, unfortunately. Perhaps using the term crypt is incorrect. There's more of a catacomb. There are many dead there.
Yes, sir.
Perhaps think of it this way. You've simply been assigned a task from higher-ups. Those sort of details are left on their shoulders, not yours. Your mission is an acquisition of strategically valuable resources.
Yes,
Those are the
because
details
that
you've been
keystone may
given,
fall
the
into
mission you
hands
must
of
follow.
someone that's going to use that far more maliciously than disturbing someone's family member. Yes, Shizu?
For grave robbing.
That in this environment we would encounter a necromancer.
To our knowledge, the crypt is only full of undead. We were not informed of any sort of necromancy involved beyond.
Thank you for the host. God, I appreciate you, sweetie.
So, unfortunately, unless Bernard informs us of more tomorrow.
Oh, this is Hannah. Sorry, Ferda. This is Hannah's perspective. Let's see Hogwarts. So, love you, Ruben. I want to stay right now, but I love you. Okay, love you, sweetie.
I got a question.
I believe, Veb, did you have a question before we get to Ryder? Or I missed it. All right. So, Ryder, what is your question?
What happened to Shorty?
Did you not see the bulletin board that's been posted for like a month now? He was in prison. And I believe he's going to be in prison for a very long time. And just to let you know, sometimes prison's called the pokey, and that's all you need to know.
I hung his poster up
He
in
was
the
ousted
ward.
for corruption. He had been using an enchanted pair of glasses to keep the queen in his clutches. So she was completely unaware of what was actually going on.
He wasn't even there.
He wasn't aware of that.
You'd be surprised at quickly politicians can get out of jail.
The queen under his control. She wasn't aware of what he was saying.
I'm not surprised about it at all.
As he mentioned that,
no, the queen.
Manipulating the queen? Putting a spell over her? Really think he could get out of that?
Had a spell on her that made her mute, and we were
I'm
unable to
going to
hear
use
her
and get you
actual
executed.
You don't know a lot about politics, do you?
Speaking, and he was speaking for her.
In time.
Does that make sense? So he was actually
Anyone who has money can get out of anything.
Man,
not if the queen has more
Not
money.
usually chosen.
Stuff, but jeez.
Exactly.
You really need a tight lock on that.
We don't live in those kind of days.
Are there any more questions about the mission before we move on to the undead that you may encounter according to our intel so far? Yes, Jixie?
Are we...
And then Mason.
Do we have any visuals of what it might be? What they might look like? Other than just saying the names? For example, some people might not be able to tell the difference between zombies and ghouls since they seem to be described similar.
That's more of a...
Their abilities are different, but the look is the same.
I can go in more detail about that once we get to that. I was asking for details about the mission first. Yes, Mason?
How are we determining who takes point for each group?
I would believe that would be amongst yourselves to decide who would be able to possibly lead. As of right now, we have not assigned any official team leaders. I believe, Silver, you've been trying something with your squad, correct? Would you perhaps like to give them an example perhaps they might like to follow?
Hey, Silver?
You're not
Can't
talking.
hear you.
Captain Silver?
All right, perhaps we'll get that information here shortly. Yeah, she'll get a glass of water. All right, but for now, it will come down to how you guys decide. Not to mention, we, as of right now, do not know the map or layout of this location.
Things should be better now.
Yes, you are.
Okay, what was the question again?
Could you please give, Mason's curious how they will decide on who takes point, and I believe perhaps that example that Crystal Thorne has been currently following. Are you not taking turns currently with who might be a team leader? Is that how it's going, or could you perhaps explain?
Actually,
well,
in our
I got a
particular
box.
Case, our group has kind of naturally picked on one, in particular Barth,
Picked on one.
seems to be a great deal of trust in terms of his capabilities making decisions and leadership. Now for you, in terms of who might be your vanguard, as it were, I suggest that you work with your squad. That's kind of a generic answer, is it not?
But just because it's generic doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Right.
Maybe come to a unanimous decision who you would all
Or
follow.
doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Not right. That, yeah.
Yes. What I mean by
It
that
is hard, I'm aware.
it is something that you'll want to discuss with each other. Pool your resources and knowledge. And determine then who you all have faith in to make good decisions. And if you can't come to a choice for one, choose amongst yourselves. Give someone a chance to prove themselves. And declare a second should the first fail or fall. It's a good idea to always have backups. That would be my
Yes, and that's where the second command would lie. Not only the second command would be able to take charge in case the main leader you choose would fall, but in case of a scenario where the squad needs to split up, a second in command would be good for the splitting up of 3x3, if that makes sense. So
Yes,
not
sir.
everyone is following just one person, because once you split up, whoever's not with the team leader might fall apart unless they have a second command. So do keep that in mind as well.
Understood.
It is a
All
good
right,
time.
and now we're going to move on to the possible enemies that we were informed about. As such, we did list them by ones you should engage, that you
Skeletons,
should be able to
zombies,
handle. In fact, I believe
single
some of you
ghouls.
actually experienced dealing with the skeletons in the mines during the attunement crystal gathering. Or was that...
No,
I
that's
remember
fine.
hearing about that.
No, you're right.
That's correct, sir.
Sorry, there were
Now,
skeletons in the
Smashing with the
mines?
pickaxe.
Keep in
I'll
mind
tell you about
that
them
as
later.
it warns you, some skeletons may be made up of bones from races other than just human or lesser races. So if you were to fight,
Lesser?
let's say, beings of more superiority than a human, they might not fall and be befuddled as easily by the Actana veneer befuddlement that Steel taught you. Do not trust in that, as some of these might be raised by a necromancer stronger than that. So that spell and incantation will not befuddle much. So do not rely on it at all times, because you might go in for a strike, scream those words, and it does nothing, and you will fail because you expected too much. So do keep that in mind before striking and using such a term loosely.
I don't see a problem with it, to be honest.
The rest, if you recall
Might
from
as
Steele's
well.
lesson regarding skeletons, they can come in all sizes and shapes and different bones, etc., as they can be assembled by. You could even fight a skeleton wolf, for example. They could come in packs and be quite vicious. That, thankfully, would be where the Actana veneer would help quite a lot. Yes, Stark?
Forgive me as I wasn't here for the lesson. Is Octana Veneer, is it a immediate effect? Would we be able to know immediately if it was?
Yes. The best way to give you an example would be for those students that are the only one missing would be Gavin, so perhaps someone could fill him in. I believe you weren't here for that lesson, but basically Seal provided us with a sort of incantation, he called it, Actana Veneer, and the skeleton, depending on the weakness of and strength of the necromancy controlling it, it would cause a bit of it would stumble and lose its way, and it would forget what it's doing for a couple moments, 10 seconds at most, 5 seconds at best. Does that answer your question?
Understand. Yes, it does. Thank you.
Well, luckily, I rely just on physical attack, so I don't really have to worry about words like that.
Yep.
Can you
You
tell me
should
those
still
words
know.
right now for a Marin? Ryder?
What?
Can you tell me those words right now for a Marin?
Let's see. It was, Octana Veneer?
Well, I'll be damned. I thought that the reason you relied on physical prowess was you forgot that knowledge. Then you deserve that merit, then. I forgive me for assuming too much, or too little, I should
There's
say.
the paper right in front of
Told
you.
me so just now! Actually!
Actually, I believe he,
Actually, he
you were
has it
talking
on the
about
opposite.
that.
He doesn't have the side up.
Straightforward.
He doesn't have the side up with that information, so I don't believe he got it from there. All right. Anyway, continuing.
Just
I did
she
not tell you
parrots for
done.
anything around here.
You were.
You got a merit. Come on.
He
Pretty
was
happy.
valuing his strength too much when information such as that is quite useful. A pack of skeletal wolves would not be a joke. But that simple phrase would give you enough time to at least survive or save someone else in your squad that isn't as physically able as you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
All
God
right.
damn it.
Any questions regarding skeletons before we move on?
No.
I can brush up on that lesson a bit more
No, I'm
if
good.
you'd like.
I just want to go to bed. Actually,
I'm
no.
sure none of you, at least none of you here, are going to be casting fire on it. And for those of you that know an individual or two that cast fire, make sure that they do not cast fire on these skeletons and or zombies, because the last thing you need is a flaming zombie or a flaming skeleton. That just increases their strength and harder to deal with. Skeletons are best dealt with blunt objects. Your slashing weapons will not be as strong against them. It might take an extra swing or two depending on their strength.
What about the back of my sword?
Yeah, that works.
So you're going to pistol whip them, basically?
Yeah. I mean, it'll work.
Yes. I'm sure, Ryder. That should work, as long as it's technically blunt. As for zombies, those will be dealt with a sword, such as the one Ryder so adamantly demonstrated and showed you all. Slashing damage would help remove their limbs, but I would suggest removing and or decapitating the head. Yes, sir?
Would destroying the brain using a bolt to the head be effective, or does the head need to be completely decapitated?
A single bolt. I'm not sure if that would significantly destroy the brain function enough, but it might take one or two, depending on how strong your bolts are.
Understood.
There is at least a chance, but that should work as long as it disturbs brain function.
Or what's left of brain
But
function.
shooting them in the limbs, heart, etc., as you would a human, will not do you much good. Technically, a zombie could keep coming at you even without its arms or its legs. If it has just no... and that's the last thing you want to see coming at you, especially if someone catches it on fire, which I will stress, do not do. However, freezing would be quite good, as that would allow blunt objects to also cause it to shatter. It would be quite easy to make sure that it is completely destroyed if it is in complete mush and
We
frozen.
should be fine. We're all pretty much martial based. I can shoot from afar. They can.
Any questions regarding skeletons and zombies before we move on? All right, and then finally, out of the list of things that we believe that you should be able to deal with would be ghouls. You might encounter one or two in this location based on our information. If you are to encounter a large group of them, however, you are to retreat the same you would anything else on the following list after. A ghoul, if it scratches or bites anyone in this room, except for Rin, you will be paralyzed and or become slower. Because elves seem to be immune to a ghoul's paralysis.
Okay.
I believe the only other two in this academy right now would be Barthol and Melanie. That would also be able to help with this. Yes, Vev?
Do you think it'd be able to scratch through my chitin? How good is its scratch power?
That's a good question. Not sure how we would go about measuring that without actually encountering one and testing it, unfortunately. Could a steel weapon...
I don't think they get through very, very rough fall. I'd say.
Either way, it's
surfaces.
still a good idea to play on the side of caution.
Well,
just
as Ignis has no other elves, perhaps in that scenario, Vev is probably considering whether she should take point and perhaps cause a distraction while the rest of the squad deals with the ghoul. The same you would deal with a zombie, remove its head and or limbs.
In addition, what about vampires?
Who?
They're not normally
Based
affected
on
by
what I-
venoms, for instance.
Or Rook, possibly
Poison
even.
or disease.
Well,
or...
Rook would be obviously not affected as he is a construct with no blood circulatory system, as well as Arbor.
Arbor's good.
I was only going by the traditional knowledge that elves are immune. I sadly do not have that length of knowledge regarding vampires. That would be probably better suited for the vampires themselves to be able to inform you of.
Good idea to not try to get hit in general.
Yes,
I
but if
agree.
done correctly, for example, in your scenario, Rook would be a good call to grab the goal and you guys dispatch it. And yes, Hannah. In your case, Arbor.
Oh, yes, but for a half elf, would they have just say lesser effects?
Huh, that is a good question. I guess you're right. There's Jay. It would most likely he would not be as paralyzed, and he would be able to recover and not slow down as much.
Noted. Thank you, sir.
But I would say that he is not fully immune to the type of paralysis a ghoul is capable of.
I guess it would cause him to feel a bit
Yes,
sluggish.
What about creatures that don't have blood but have pseudo blood, like ectoplasm for the spirit?
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Pickwick, namely.
Well, if you're immune to poison, I guess in that case you're right. Pickwick is more of a. Well, I think Shizu would probably still be in trouble as she still has a physical form. Am I correct in that? Whereas Pickwick, if you're fully. And Esme probably would not be affected either, to my knowledge.
Cool.
That's right, because those spirits.
Yes.
Hey, spirits. Okay.
So I guess there's less to worry about than we thought. But those humans here and Lycan, etc., would have to worry much more than everyone else here. Then keep that in mind. And I guess perhaps Ryder, I'm not too sure about how your kind would react to it either. I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a bot.
Well,
I gotta take care of them.
It would work.
Yeah. By the way, sorry to drop this all on you. But I am a half demon. For those that didn't know.
So
then it
would definitely affect you then.
Yeah.
Half.
Now, for those, we're going to be moving on here, but for those such as Jay who are half, they will still have to worry about the next thing that, like I said, everything from beyond this point that we discussed, if you encounter such a thing, you are to disengage and leave immediately, no matter what, unless you cannot. Under any circumstances, do not fight these unless you're without no other choice. Now, a Ghost is basically a ghoul, but of a much superior and stronger species that it came from. For example, if
I'll deal with the bot in a second.
There's many beings. For example, let's say
Sorry, I'll
Ryder,
deal with the bot in a second.
unfortunately, were to become a Ghast.
Anyway.
Or a ghoul, he would technically be a Ghast because he would be much stronger than a normal ghoul who came from a human or a dwarf. Their paralysis is a bit stronger, but them as a whole are much harder to deal with in general. So please
I'm not worried
disregard them
about the
and get
undead.
away as quickly as possible.
I'm more concerned about the fact that we're robbing
everything else on this list is not even worth going over, as I'm afraid that discussing all their capabilities will actually encourage you to maybe give it a shot. So white, race, and all the other things that Steele mentioned that are stronger, which are all in the undead book in the library if you'd like to study up on that. Those, if you encounter, such as a lich or worse,
where am I?
Please disengage and seek our assistance in dealing with it in a better way. Now, is there any more questions? All right, and as I said, we'll have more information on the exact specifics of the location and everything tomorrow when Bernard gets here. He's currently traveling to this location now with the information. He was gathering as much as he could from his informant. As for what magic that keystone was currently has going on with it, I unfortunately do not know. But based on its location and the fact that necromancy is involved, it is probably a best guess that something of necromantic nature is involved with this keystone, and it is there to maintain or keep something from getting out.
Then why are we removing it?
And now you are all going there to make sure that whatever it is there for will not see the light of day and fall into the wrong hands, the worst case scenario.
Wait, what?
All right, feel free to take the copies with you, but you are dismissed for the rest of the day. Please study up. And Shizu, you seem to have a question.
What are we supposed to do if perhaps the necromancer is there?
Disengage, I guess. I could bring him in,
As I
actually.
said, to our knowledge, there's not one there, but if there is one there, the issue with that is everything on this list that I told you to stay away from is something he or she or them could possibly bring forth at that moment, or they could overwhelm you with numbers. Even when it regards to skeletons and zombies, in a great enough number will cause you guys threat. So, I would say best you can do is attempt capture so that we can seek information on possibly more necromancy or necromancers that are connected to them, or disengage and retreat and give us this information so we can better adjust and formulate a new mission. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I got all the information that I need.
All right. And speaking of information, feel free, everyone, to take a copy with you. There should be maybe one or two behind the chalkboard if there's not one for everyone. But you do not need to take it with you, of course. But studying up would be helpful if need be. There's also the undead books in the library to let you have a better, more complete list of those things to avoid.
Right, gas trace.
You can stay here and discuss amongst yourselves and formulate into squads if you'd like.
Well, my brain can't
actually
really
have
keep up with all this stuff.
one more
But,
question.
Yes,
I'll
Hannah?
definitely hit up the library.
What's your
Will there
question?
be any cooperation between the squads besides the initial grouping up?
Well, beyond in case of low numbers,
I've seen Barthel today.
no, there most likely will be no cooperation or working with any other squads. It'll be similar to the Crystal Thorn mission where everyone is solo and have to fend for themselves.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, so we were informed that at most up to 4 teams would need to be required, so thankfully we have 4 for this very reason.
Of course, sir.
Also, it seems your fire may
All right. Feel free to
not have the
disperse.
most
And Vavina, I
but
need to speak with you in my office whenever you get a chance. If you're not going to have a meeting, then
Studying to do.
that is fine.
I might know right.
New hairspec.
Okay.
All right. So, another mission means another time for a great writer to show up.
Right. Let me take him in actually and deal with this guy. I don't know why those things are here though. Those particular like bots exist. I guess they're view bots. I'm just not okay with that. Let me just and bam. Yay! Sorry about that. Took a minute. I get some water. What time is it? Okay, she was talking to Professor. Maybe I'll just sit nearby and take a look? I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, is Professor Silver in there? Captain Silver?
Silver, no. Carver and the headmaster as well.
Great, thanks.
Have you seen Willow? Willow didn't make up today, yeah.
He's not around today now.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
I want to save my flower. And he's the only one who can.
Ask Rin her flowers stay.
I did already. Thank you, though.
Right. Right. Never mind. I thought Silver was there. Hey, Augusta. Augusta.
Hmm?
Have you seen Captain Silver?
No. Have you seen my squad?
I saw Zachary talking to Lila. Here.
That's it, though?
I know Trixie and Ryder went to the library, I think, though. Over there.
Well, that's something. Alright, thank you.
No problem.
Guess I'll wait.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Augusta.
Stop whining.
I'm not committing a crime. It's my tree. Chippy gave it to me, and I'm planting it. He said it's gonna turn into a really, really big tree. Probably like the biggest one on campus. I'm not
That's good.
criming.
I'm glad you're not criming.
Yeah, well, you're suspect. It's gonna go really big.
I do suspect you, yes. That is correct.
Have you guys seen Captain Silver?
Not since we left the war room.
In the war room.
Thanks. She even online still? I hope she's online, but I don't know if she is. Oh, no, she got off. Damn it. Scroll one. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Took me a second. Sorry about that. Damn it, she's probably asleep by now. Yeah. Damn it. Oh well, next time. I think, yeah, she's offline though. Rip. Exactly anyone else I can talk to about this. Screw it. I'm just gonna. Right. Da, da, da. Ugh. Damn it. Do I really want to steal from a crypt? If I do, it's orders, and I should. It's orders. I should follow them. But Silver said I shouldn't. If I feel shitty about it, and I do. Why? Damn it. But it's an order from the headmaster. It's an order from, well, it's Carver, but I really don't care what he has to say, but still. I'm not really gonna do this, am I? Guess I'm gonna go talk to a freaking turtle. I guess I should talk to Vina. Do it or no. Right. Sorry. I just. Damn it. Knock knock, Ignis. Knock knock. Vina. Very well. Everyone's probably at the library. For once. Funny how people start studying when their life depends on it.
Oh. Hi. Hey, I won't go into the library. God, they're probably there. Crap.
The best course of action would have Augusta freeze up a lot of our opponents, so that way we could just kill them easily.
Hey, Mason.
Hey.
Sorry, I guess we
Nothing
kind of
already.
already. What?
Where did you guys go?
I need to take a walk and think.
Got it.
Right. We've pretty much got our plan anyway. We know our formation and all that. I think that's our best bet, to be honest. As long as Gavin has his shield by then. If not, he'll probably drop into the back with us. I don't want him actually, or to be honest, if he doesn't have any kind of weapon, he should probably stay, like, at the camp. We don't want him to get hurt. He's kind of useless without a weapon. And I don't want him to be a liability, something we have to protect. Especially for becoming grave diggers. Hmm?
Nothing. I'm just thinking aloud.
Hmm.
So, good news is that I found a use for the stuff I recovered in Asperia.
What?
Apparently, Vargas said it's called glowstone.
Hmm.
So I went to the caves, got some clay, and tried constructing some lanterns. Hopefully that helps, and we don't have to worry about using fire for a light source.
That's good, because then we have less of a chance of accidentally, like, dropping it on the thing, so, yeah.
Well, I mean, still, those who actually use fire, but...
Well, none of us use fire, so that works out.
Yeah.
Kari uses water, but, which I guess... Honestly, her magic will probably be reserved for healing and emergency purposes. But the most of us are ranged, most of us are kind of melee fighters, or at least can do so. We all have some kind of blunt or slashing weapon that we can use, so it should be pretty easy for us. We just have to make sure we don't get overwhelmed and keep an eye on everyone. I'm just glad we don't have to communicate with other teams, because that would have been... I'd be having lots of discussions right now.
I mean, I'd rather have those discussions now than later.
Yeah, right. Let's go find Stark, actually. Huh? Since everyone's getting kind of together, we might as well see if we can talk to them while we can.
And even if we do get to the keystone, it says here that we have to be able to remove the link. If we don't remove the link, it will start bringing undead up around us.
And more than likely, those undeads will be ones that we can't escape from.
If somebody's holding a keystone and they don't unlink it, it will have an aura around it that'll bring the dead constantly back up.
I don't think any of us have any magic abilities to get rid of that.
It says a keystone a skill inscriber, so I'm guessing that's someone who's good at rune magic?
Rune magic.
I'm guessing because it's
the note.
inscriber.
The note also said, if I remember, excuse me, it's...
That's if Karoy actually wakes up for one.
Sorry.
Who the hell's Karoy?
Well, remember, he's out of town.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
He's one of our Vanguard members.
Never mind.
He hasn't been around for a
I
while.
thought it said something about it being...
There's another one?
Being stopped.
Actually, it says right here you can unlink it.
Carver showed up. If you remember.
If I may a moment and speak with Vanguard while you guys are gathered. This isn't exactly about this mission, but it's about future missions in the future. And I was trying to talk to you guys earlier about this, but you were having issues. So I want to express I want to be able to communicate with you guys easily, because I don't want another issue like Hesperia. I know we're not going to do that this time around, but I figure while you guys are grouped up, could you pick someone, one person even, that's in charge of communication? Someone in charge that we can communicate with, and then they can get the information out to the party or to the other rest of the team.
A messenger.
Yes.
Well,
Stark had
the
the
only
idea.
person who's really good with messaging and stuff is definitely Jixie. I can't imagine anyone else.
Seriously?
Zachary's quick.
Possibly the fast ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody who's light on their feet and can relay a message.
Oh
quickly.
yeah, right. Good point. We
I
need precision
can only
when
be
it comes
fast
to
if
that.
it's cold inside. And yet again, I would have to use my ice powers to make myself faster inside, which consumes mana, which I want to preserve for our strategy.
So that leaves. So that leaves Zachary.
All right, fine. It definitely leaves Zachary. Definitely him.
Unless Ryder,
Yeah,
you're
good job.
volunteering.
No way!
I'll-
Combat prowess is where I thrive.
I'll let my squad know then. If we have something important to tell you, we'll
considering
let you
the
know.
nature of the threat involved,
If not,
it might
someone
be a good
else.
idea
But
to have Zachary, when able to be a runner, relay messages and the like, because considering that they are in fact undead, people that have
I wanted to show you
or
this.
creatures
This
that
might be
have
important.
effects when they get a little bit too close,
They
having
tied to
weaponry that
spells
isn't as
or
much
to keep a
hand-to-hand does
necromantic
come
aura.
quite a bit in handy.
And if none of us
That
know
being
how
said,
to inscribe it, that means
I
the
know you'll
aura
do
is going to
absolutely
be
fine
around
against them.
it, even when we're
But if
carrying
it
it
does come
around.
down to it, we need someone to run a message. I know you are very
The
quick on
only
your feet.
problem
I
is
think
the
we'll be-
undead are carrying
the-
silver weapons with them.
Hold on, there's a lot of voices coming.
That's
through.
it.
yeah,
That could be a problem.
I
Yeah, you might need
imagine.
to know this as well.
Well, okay. So I imagine there's 4 groups going, right? So in theory, not all of us are going to get get a single keystone. Or the
That's why
rest
I'm
of us are
warning all
clearing it out.
squads.
All right.
In case one of us actually does run into it.
Mm.
It has taboo rituals, but if it's for necromancy in particular, it's like an aura, it seems, the way they described it. And the only way to remove it is by a skill inscriber. Like, it's something that someone has to learn how to do. None of us know how to do that. So that means around that aura, whoever's carrying it is going to be bringing the dead back to life.
Assuming there is someone there. Assuming.
Yeah.
It could be.
So even if you pick it up and run out the building,
Wait a minute.
everything that just got
Rook.
killed is going to come back up.
Okay, Rook. He pulls energy from things, right? Magical energy. I know he doesn't do it on purpose, but he might be our best bet. At least slightly diminishing the effect of it.
No, it says that he has to know how to cast a spell.
No.
Basically, what happens is someone puts
You
a spell
might
into it or
end
an
up
aura
breaking
into it, and someone with equal or greater value with that skill would be able to turn it off. But none of us here are necromancers.
I'm not
Strong
saying that.
necromancers.
It seems like it has to be someone who actually knows how to recoup the thing, right?
Yeah.
So none of us know how to do that.
I don't think.
But in that,
Yeah.
so instead of doing that, we diminish the item itself.
So we have Rook suck up a bunch of necrotic
No,
energy.
no, not necessarily. Just I don't know. He might be the best one to hold it. I don't think he can control it. I don't think yet, right? But
Nobody would be able
he'll
to
gather
He'll
control
be
something.
able to handle it without
Actually.
risk, anyway.
It depends on how the Rook is affected by necromancy. We don't really know. He's a construct.
Depends on what necromancy, I would assume.
Exactly. We don't really know. We just know spring skeletons and zombies and all that.
I'm confused though. Where are you getting necromantic energies?
Because
Around here. Some have been known to use them for rituals, such as maintaining the undead, continually binding them to a being or creature. So
Yeah,
if
but that's
we
if
have the
they.
keystone, if we take it, basically anything that's nearby that is necrotic could bind to it.
No. But you're misreading it. That's for if a necromancer actively has it and is beginning to bind the creature to it. It doesn't just do that inherently.
Maintaining.
I disagree.
Maintaining
Vivina?
means passively.
I disagree, Vivina. I mean, yeah, passively the teleportation works. They don't have someone holding on to it. The barrier magic works. No one's messing with that. It's a maintained spell, a maintained ability.
It's maintained because Akiyama is alive.
But even Akiyama, Professor said in the war room, we don't know what spell's coming from it. Which means it's active.
Okay, I missed that part.
It says it'll keep going until the inscriber removes it. So once they start it, it keeps going.
Which is probably why
until
we need
someone
to
removes it.
stick to grave
It just
robbing.
has to be a strong person to make it in general.
What I'm concerned about for using Rook is that he might break it and it might totally, like,
of
ruin it.
course. Right. I don't know. It was just an idea.
But
don't
worst
know.
case scenario, like, that is an option.
For your
Crystal
guys'
Thorn.
squad, you might want to read this over.
Vivina, I have the same. I have
Sure.
the same request as I did of Ignis
And the
or
necrotic
of
energy
Vanguard
part?
to Ignis. If you guys can pick someone.
Yeah, you talked to me about that.
If you're holding the keystone,
It was
or
originally
you
going to be
have it
Rook,
with
but I
you,
haven't been waking
none
up
of
as
us have
much,
the skill to
so
remove
either Victor or myself.
inscribing specifically for keystones.
Yourself,
So
then.
that means if you're holding onto it, there will
No
be
offense, he still has a bit to
an
learn
aura
on that
of necromancy.
sharing
So everything that
parts
we
of
killed throughout the
people.
entire place might come back up just by carrying it
It's
around
okay.
you.
Or it could all be disabled by removing it from its holding.
That's true, but we don't know. And all it says is it'll keep its effects unless a skill inscriber undoes it. But none of us are that. It's like running around with a magical item. It's just going to keep going. We can't stop it.
I'm well versed in magical items.
Yeah.
Stark? Or well, and
Just might be
Rin.
important to realize.
You remember how you were speaking about someone who could choosing someone from the squad to spread communication between the squads? I'm
Yes, a
kind of
runner,
taking
so
that
to speak.
advice. For Vanguard, it's Zachary. For Vivina, well, for Ignis, it's Vivina. I don't know who it is for us yet. Probably Arbor, because she's the fastest of us. What about you guys? I don't imagine we'll need it this time, but for the future.
Discuss with the rest of the squad. But if Zachary's already doing it, and Lila's fairly fast, it might be better to have her do it.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
Thanks. That's all. Sorry, you guys can continue smiling somewhere else. Of course not.
Sorry to occupy the space.
You're fine, I'll leave.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No, don't jump. Don't do it. No.
Exactly. Exactly cool. All right, see you, Grim. Damn it. Fine. Totally peachy. Actually, okay. Right. Just. So I'm saying something about necromantic energy. No. Cleo. I have my Cleo. I'm gonna go talk to a fucking turtle. Hey, Seymour. What's new with you? You're gonna be happy? We get to turn into grave diggers tomorrow. Couldn't even answer if it was so wishes or not. I mean, it's an order. I'll do it. It doesn't feel right. It's like, I mean, I wouldn't want my family take people taking shit from my grave when I died. I mean, not that I'm gonna get a grave or anything, but you know. Hey.
Hi, Hannah. Have you seen Vaughn around?
No, I haven't. Try his office.
I already did. Not there.
Everyone's at the library, so I didn't see him there, but maybe. It
What
was
are you
nice to
doing
sit her
here?
down. Just, you know, sitting, thinking, talking to Seymour. Wondering if I should. I mean, I talk to a fish every day. And 2 wolves.
Yeah. But at least the fish answers back.
Sometimes it's better this way. Animals don't judge you.
You
I don't
sure
think
about
so.
that?
Well, at least I can't say anything about it. Kind of tempted to work on, you know, getting that stuff with the the ice off his shell, though. Poor thing was too cold.
Hmm.
What are you doing? Looking for fun?
Yep.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'll chat with you later.
See ya. I can't be the only one who thinks this is crummy. But it doesn't matter what I feel like. They'd be pissed if I knew, but they knew I'd break rank. My brothers never let me hear it down. Do you remember them? Ari and Eli? Had black hair. One of them had glasses. Not like mine, though. It was some blue frames, I think. I think they remember that was his way when he was at the academy. And Eli has brown eyes. Or no. Sorry. Ari has brown eyes. Eli has blue. It's his favorite color, actually. Hmm. Did they ever break rank? Like, question stuff? I don't think they did. They never got complained at. Well, actually, no, it's a lie. They got plenty of complaints, but it was mostly for stupid pranks because they're idiots. But they're not bad idiots, I guess. I kind of wish I could ask them for advice. They'd know what to do. Ari knows pretty much everything. Don't let him know I told you that. And then Eli is so much smarter than anyone. People think I'm smart. Eli is a genius. You should see him work an alchemy set. He's a bit of a tight ass, but and Ari's my big brother. Enough said. He's just like Dad, actually. Even though that would kill him to say, but all the good parts. All the good parts of Mom. I miss them a lot. But they're off doing their own work. I guess like I'll be doing in a few years. And then Sarah and Peter and Michael. You'll see them too. I always go there. Doesn't really matter, you know. I'm talking to a turtle. I'm talking to a turtle. How pathetic am I? Can't make stupid friends, so I talk to a stupid turtle. Not that you're a stupid turtle, just that I'm a stupid person for talking to a turtle. Right. I'm going to bed. I'll see you later, Seymour. Actually, I let him know so he's not looking for me. No, he probably isn't.
seems like we're about to go on a mission, so I'm not sure.
Hi.
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know I'm heading to bed. I'm not feeling so well.
Continue the plan.
You should get to bed too. You're not feeling well either.
I'll do what I can, and I'll get back soon.
Actually, crap, did you see Vivian up there?
Yeah, she was with Becca.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Not anymore. It seems. Or not.
Investigating it. Because it was yellow.
Guess I'm wrong. They're not there. Anyway, night.
Night.
Yeah, I get it now.
Right. Doesn't matter, I guess. But this works out well because I need to go to sleep. I just wish classes didn't start like an hour and a half after because gosh darn, or the bell didn't ring because I need to go to bed sooner than this. Thank you for the photo. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. I did this to me. Artie. Can't spell a party without Artie. Haha, you're right though. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna give you guys this one. Probably miss you? Question